What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wednesday live stream from Scalar Learning, and today we are continuing with the SAT problems, math problems from Khan Academy, and we are working at solving interpreting linear function problems level 3. Okay, let's begin. Whoops, what's happening here? All right, cool, we're good. Let's do it. Interpreting linear functions. I believe these are new, so let's see what happens. A homeowner uses G hours of natural gas heat and P hours of heat from a pellet stove. So that's hours and hours, with a total of 57 therms of output. How many therms per hour does the pellet stove output? Well, think about it. Pellet stove, P is hours for pellet stove, right? And it's being multiplied by 0.30. So when P is 1, it outputs 0.3 times 1, which is 0.3. When P is 2, it outputs 0.6. So doesn't it look like it outputs 0.3 every hour? So it's basically that coefficient right there. I think we can just put it like this. All right, cool. Next. After Hero's family photo shoot, the photographer sells the printed photos by the sheet. Hero has a $200 credit from a prior session, and the above equation gives the total credit left if he buys S sheets. So there's a credit, and so $200 credit from a prior session. So hold on. And the above equation gives the total credit left C in dollars if he buys S sheets. So what it looks like is he can probably buy 5 sheets. The reason why is because, okay, so this is my credit. So right now, it's a little confusing, but right now, and I hate when they use S because it looks like a 5. So right now he's got this credit, which equals 200. And when this equals 200, that S has to equal 0. That's how we get the 200. So when S equals 1, for example, this becomes 4 times 40, which is 160. So that means at 1, there'll be 160 left, which means the credit has dropped by 40, which means each one of these sheets costs $40. So it looks like we can buy 5 sheets total, and then we'll hit 0, and the credit will be done. After that, like you'll see, even if you plug in 6 here, you'll get negative 1 times 40 is negative 40. So that should be good. All right, cool. Next. T equals 1/4 P plus 2. And use the equation above to determine the number of hours to roast a turkey, that is P pounds. And how many more minutes would it take Anna to roast a 13-pound turkey than a 12-pound turkey? And look, they underline minutes, which is very important because this is in hours. So, I mean, you could plug in 13 and you could plug in 12 and then take the difference. That's one way, and that's totally valid. Probably not the fastest way. The fastest way is you can see that for every pound this goes up. Look at this slope. It goes up by 1/4 of an hour. So it's going to be 1/4 of an hour difference. They don't even have 1/4 of an hour, which is nice. But what is 1/4 of an hour? Well, in minutes, it's 1/4 times 60, which is 15. So 15 minutes longer to do 13 pounds versus 12. All right, next, Jacob and Liam purchased the same camera from 2 different stores. The equation above gives the price that Liam paid compared to the price that Jacob paid. So Liam looks like paid more, and if you want to get specific, he paid 10% more. Because look, if Jacob's was 100, we'd multiply that by 1.1, we'd get 110. All right, so what does this mean? And actually, that's what it was asking. So look, check it out. What did I say? Liam paid 10% more. Now, you might be tempted to think Jacob did because it's multiplying Jacob by 1.1. There's an expression that a math teacher at a school in LA called Campbell Hall, coined, which is give to the poor, take from the rich, or basically give to the poor. And in this case, the smaller value is having that constant, and having that multiplier, and that's what it means. So we're multiplying it by 1.1 is the smaller value. So Liam is the one that paid 10% more than Jacob. Let's just make sure that all makes sense. Yeah. Okay, next. The sample variance V in the expected total premiums of whatever is given by this equation. The values of L and H are independent, meaning they don't impact each other. What's the best interpretation of 451H? Actually, I should have read this more carefully. Total premiums of, okay, so this is high risk beneficiaries, and this is the sample variance. So what I'm feeling like is for every high risk individual that's added on, we're adding on a variance of 451, right? If this is 1, we get 451. If it's 2, we get 902. So each incremental person that's high risk, we're adding 451. So no, that's not the number of that there are. No, the variance in premiums. What? This doesn't make sense either. It should be the variance in premiums for a high-risk beneficiary is 451, not 451H. Right? Yeah. The expected total premiums for... Yeah, it's this. So this is the total premiums. Wait a minute. No, because it's not premiums. It's variance. Hold on. The sample variance. The variance in the expected total premiums. And the expected total premiums. All right, this is a little trickier. Hold on. The values of L and H are independent. Okay, what is the best interpretation of 451 as shown in the above equation? Because this can't be total premiums because V doesn't equal total premiums. Otherwise, this makes sense. I think it's the variance in premiums. It's the total variance. There we go. All right, so I get it now. This would be the individual variance in premiums for a high-risk beneficiary is 451, not 451H. H is like probably the number of high-risk beneficiaries, so you take that times 451, now you're getting the total. So this should be right, and let's see. Yeah, it's good. See, this answer describes 451, right? So it should be, like I said, 451, not 451H. All right, that is it. Pretty straightforward topic, so I hope that was helpful. If you liked the video, found it helpful, please click the like button below. And if you want to see more math content and math information from Scalar Learning, please subscribe. And last but not least, if you are studying for this upcoming October SAT, which I'm going to be taking as well with you guys, make sure to check out my SAT video course. You can find the link in the description below, which gives you a 75% discount for all my YouTube fans. So make sure to check that out and see if you find that helpful. I'm sure you will. It's gotten a lot of really good reviews, and I know it's a very, very solid course and very thorough. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.